You scroll online and see teenagers making millions overnight, driving supercars and living in massive mansions. The internet constantly feeds us the illusion that wealth is always rapid, glamorous, and effortlessly achieved. We are sold a dangerous lie that you need a massive quick win to become wealthy. But step behind the curtain of actual wealth and you will find something entirely different waiting. The truth is that real, lasting wealth is not built on excitement, hype, or viral moments. Generational wealth is almost entirely built on foundations that most people would consider completely, painfully boring. Welcome to the uncomfortable reality of financial success, where boring is officially the new rich standard. Today, we are breaking down why chasing quick wins will actually keep you broke and frustrated, and we will explore why embracing the mundane is your guaranteed ticket to absolute financial freedom. Let us start by examining the fatal flaw in the modern obsession with the quick win. A quick win relies on unpredictable timing, massive luck, and circumstances you simply cannot ever control. Think about crypto day traders, drop-shipping trend chasers, and those seeking the next viral meme coin. They are gambling, not building a sustainable business that will survive the next major economic downturn. When the trend inevitably dies, their income immediately vanishes, leaving them completely back at square one. This constant cycle of chasing highs and crashing down is emotionally exhausting and financially deeply destructive. Now, contrast this chaotic approach with the remarkably dull routines of truly successful, self-made wealthy individuals. Look at Warren Buffett, who has lived in the exact same suburban house for 60 years. His investment strategy involves reading hundreds of pages of dry financial reports every single day, relentlessly. There are no flashing lights, no sudden dopamine hits, and absolutely no overnight miracle success stories. Instead, there is only steady, disciplined, and remarkably boring execution over a very long time horizon. Boring businesses are the actual hidden backbone of the entire global economy we interact with daily. We are talking about waste management, commercial plumbing, logistics, unglamorous software, and basic essential maintenance services. These industries will never make the front page of social media or spark a global trend, but they generate massive, predictable, and highly scalable cash flow month after month, year after year. Why? Because they solve painful, persistent problems that people will always gladly pay money to fix. A broken toilet or an overflowing commercial dumpster is not a trend, it's a crisis. When you operate in the realm of the boring, you instantly eliminate 90% of competition. Most aspiring entrepreneurs are far too distracted by ego and status to start a laundry service. They want the flashy tech startup title, even if it means losing money for 10 years. Meanwhile, the owner of a boring chain of car washes is quietly taking home millions annually. The boring rich understand that excitement in a business usually equals unpredictable chaos and unnecessary risk. They want their daily business operations to be as thrilling as watching paint dry on walls. Because predictable operations lead directly to predictable profits, allowing for aggressive, strategic, long-term wealth compounding. Let us break down the psychology of why we naturally run away from these boring opportunities. Human beings are biologically wired to constantly seek out novelty and immediate hits of sweet dopamine. A slow index fund investing strategy simply does not trigger the brain's reward centers strongly enough. We crave the adrenaline rush of placing a high-risk bet and hoping for a massive payout. But the stock market and business world are not designed to be your personal entertainment centers. If you are having fun investing, you are probably doing something fundamentally wrong and losing money. George Soros once famously stated that good investing is actually supposed to be completely, utterly boring. If you want true excitement in your life, take a vacation, go skydiving, or watch movies. Keep your thrill-seeking behaviors far away from your financial decisions, your investments, and your business systems. Let us transition to how you can practically apply the boring rich framework to your life. First, you must aggressively audit your current daily habits and eliminate the chaotic dopamine-seeking financial behaviors. Stop checking your investment portfolio every single hour and stop reading panic-inducing daily financial news feeds. Replace those chaotic habits with dull, highly predictable routines that quietly move the needle forward daily. Set up automatic monthly transfers to your investment accounts so you never have to think twice. Second, if you are an entrepreneur, look for unsexy problems that exist right in your neighborhood. B2B services, basic manufacturing, and essential maintenance are absolute gold mines hiding entirely in plain sight today. Do not try to reinvent the wheel, simply find a very boring wheel and spin it. Focus heavily on optimizing operational efficiencies, improving customer service, and mastering the dullest administrative tasks possible. Third, you must completely detach your personal ego from your chosen method of making your money. No one will be impressed at dinner parties when you tell them you manage pest control, but you will be smiling quietly to yourself when you review your rapidly growing bank statements. True wealth is silent, invisible, and deeply unconcerned with seeking validation from random strangers on internet. The flashy influencer flexing a rented luxury car is often drowning in massive, unmanageable consumer debt. The real millionaire is wearing simple clothes, driving a 10-year-old car, and heavily investing the difference. This brings us to the ultimate superpower of the boring rich: unparalleled patience and long-term vision. Compounding interest is the most powerful force in the universe, but it requires decades of waiting. It demands that you sit quietly and do absolutely nothing while your money slowly multiplies itself. This level of extreme patience is incredibly difficult for the modern, constantly stimulated, hyper-connected human brain. But if you can truly master the art of waiting, you have basically secured your future. Let us look at a real-world example of boring compounding that completely defies our modern instincts. Imagine investing just $500 a month into a standard S&P 500 index fund consistently. For the first few years, the growth feels agonizingly slow and incredibly unrewarding to your brain. But fast forward 30 years, and that highly boring routine has transformed into well over millions. No sleepless nights, no frantic trading, and absolutely no need to constantly monitor global market conditions. Just pure, unadulterated, mathematically guaranteed success driven entirely by the remarkable power of doing boring things. Now compare that to the immense stress of running a high-volatility, trend-dependent modern digital internet business. The algorithm changes, your traffic drops to zero, and your entirely chaotic business model completely collapses. The boring rich never lose sleep over sudden algorithm updates, shifting consumer trends, or viral fads. They sleep soundly knowing their business provides a foundational service that society simply cannot function without. As we navigate an increasingly chaotic and unpredictable economic landscape over the next few turbulent years, the premium on boring, stable, and highly predictable assets will only continue to rise exponentially fast. Investors are already fleeing highly speculative tech startups and pouring massive capital into resilient infrastructure projects. You have a unique opportunity right now to pivot your entire mindset before the masses do. Stop trying to outsmart the market with incredibly complex, highly convoluted, and dangerously fragile financial strategies. Embrace simplicity. Fall in love with standard routines, and find deep satisfaction in predictable, stable growth. Remember that every hour you spend researching a quick win is an hour stolen from compounding. Time is the only absolute asset that you can never, ever buy back at any price. Spend your time building unshakable foundations, not building fragile castles entirely made out of shifting sand. The journey to the boring, rich lifestyle is not physically difficult, but it is psychologically demanding. It requires you to consciously ignore the loud, flashy noise that surrounds us every single day. It requires you to find profound meaning in the slow, methodical process of daily incremental improvement. When you finally stop chasing the elusive quick win, a massive weight lifts off your shoulders. You no longer feel the toxic pressure to keep up with the imaginary internet success race. You realize that true freedom is not about having the most exciting life on social media. True freedom is having total control over your time and possessing complete, absolute financial peace forever. So the next time you see an advertisement promising rapid, effortless, and entirely unrealistic overnight wealth, smile, keep scrolling, and happily return to your incredibly boring, highly profitable, and unsexy daily routines. Your future wealthy self will profoundly thank you for having the discipline to choose the mundane. Because while everyone else is busy burning out in the endless, exhausting pursuit of quick wins, you will be quietly building an empire that will easily outlast every single passing, fleeting trend. The secret is out, and the blueprint is incredibly simple. Stop searching for the magical shortcut. Put your head down, do the repetitive work, and let the boring math do the heavy lifting. Boring is safe. Boring is highly predictable. And above all else, boring is undeniably the new rich. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe for more insights into building genuine, lasting wealth. Leave a comment below with the most boring but profitable habit you have adopted in life. Stay disciplined, stay remarkably boring, and keep quietly building your invisible empire, one day at a time. We will see you in the next video. Until then, embrace the beautiful power of absolute boredom.